scene. TMG.
Big game.
Crazy.
Let's see what happens.
And before we cut, let's talk about this. Let's talk about some boxing. I'm really tired of Tank. Just seeing him on Twitter too much. Man.
Why you tired of the boy?
Man. So boring, man. They're overrated.
You know what?
I was already. You tore up that boy Garcia.
I don't watch boxing too tough. I only really watch main events, whatnot. I'm more of a football fanatic guy. But when I saw Tank bring out the GOAT, Chief Sosa, I knew it was game over. I didn't even watch it. I only watched the highlights. But when I saw my phone blowing up, because everyone knows I love Chief Keef. When I saw him bring out the GOAT, I said, yeah, this guy's
Is Chief Keef not around our age?
He's 27.
Yeah.
Keith is 27. Like,
he was like 15.
Literally took me through high school, took me through the whole of uni. And when I saw him walk out Tank, I said, yeah, I knew he was going to win from then on, man.
Keith is 27.
He's
been around for, it feels like he's been around for
ages, yeah, man. He's the GOAT,
He's
man.
been around
He's
since
your
what?
favourite rapper's favourite rapper.
He's been around since like, what, 2012? Something like that?
Yeah, 2011, 2012 when he broke onto the scene. But I think it was a really good thing for Tank to bring him out, to be honest. And going back to the fight, from what I watched from the highlights, I think Tank was really good in waiting for Garcia to land that left hook, because he'd hold him out like that, he'd get that left hook and then off to go for the actual counter. And that's why he got him for the punch and then also the rib shot, which was able to bring him down to the ground. And this might be a wild statement, but looking at his fights, again, after watching that fight, I said, you know what? He likes my favourite rapper, Keith. Let me go look at a couple of his fights. I started watching a couple of his fights. And for me, I don't know how someone that small can be hitting that hard. For me personally, he's basically the Mike Tyson of his division. For him to hit that hard,
That's his nickname, yeah.
for his weight, how could you be?
But
So what's he, 100 and something pounds?
I want to see him against Secure and...
135. Well,
he's 135 is his
How
best
is he
weight.
that hard?
He's done 130, 135 and 140 as well. I don't think he got on to 147 because he spars guys a lot bigger than him.
You think he can fight at 140 and be comfortable?
I think potentially, yeah. I think 147 probably a bit too much because the guy's a bit too tall. He's like 5'5". But you never know actually, but because Pacquiao was like 5'6", Pacquiao went up to 147, 1'5", was it 154?
Pacquiao was different, man.
I mean, technically different. But you know what I mean?
Different, man.
Pacquiao, Tank, his power was crazy. He's got ethereal power, like legendary power. I mean, like the great Teddy Atlas says, punches they're born, they're not made. He's just a born puncher.
Let me face
But the thing is, he has a lot more skill than people give him credit for. I mean, when I first came across Tank as well, I used to think he didn't really have that much skill, as I see him now. I mean, to be honest, he's probably developed as well. He's been under the tutelage of Floyd and those guys there. But Tank, like you said, he sets traps. He set up traps for Garcia the whole night.
Whole night.
Ran him into shots and took him out there. I mean, Garcia only won 2 rounds at best.
I think he won the 6th and the 1st.
Yeah. I mean, Garcia, to be fair, Garcia was, at the end of the day, the skill level and experience disparity showed. Like, Tank has been in, like, before that, I believe, 7 more title fights. Even though people get onto Tank for his resume, which I did as well, and thank God he's starting to fight better fighters. So if he after Ryan Garcia now can fight the likes of Chikora and Haney and...
I think he's fighting those guys.
Hopefully he can fight more elite competition.
Maybe
if it's not those guys with Tiffany Lopez or Josh Taylor, good guys to fight.
Josh Taylor is beating him.
We'll see. But flipping... Even then, like, there was a stat saying his last, like, since 2017, I believe the record of the guys he's fought was like...
He's fought a lot. It's like 7 undefeated fighters.
There are a lot of them undefeated, but the record's it's like 300 wins plus, or roughly around there, 12 losses. Whereas Ryan's got like 350 wins, but 65 losses. Like, he's actually fighting quality opponents compared to Ryan. And that's what shows. Because
Ryan is not a world champion, though.
Ryan is just a big name. What Ryan has shown, like I said before, he's like a big YouTube social media star. That guy has I checked it today, has like 1.2 million subscribers on YouTube. And he's kind of taken those fans to box to build up his name and, and the frenzy and the fandom around him. But boxing skill, which is very strange, box skills wise, he lacks, which is very strange because he has a very deep amateur career.
He's quick though. That's what happens. When you have a skill that you rely on so much, it sometimes takes away from just you having the fundamentals. So he's just quick.
He is. He's basically like a poor man's Roy Jones then. Because Roy Jones had a lot of natural abilities, but didn't rely on the fundamentals, and that's what caught him when he's got older. But Ryan does similar stuff, but to a much lesser level. and that's like the dog.
He fell for all the traps that, like I said, that Tank was doing. So I think he will learn. He's still, how old is he?
He's
He's
like
young.
24.
He's young. He will learn from it. He'll come back. But
Hey man, he made the fight. That's what you can say.
I'll give him credit for this because he moved, heaven and earth to make this fight, and at a time where boxing wasn't really making big fights. We saw the Fury and Usyk collapse, and AJ Wild having fought, and Crawford and Spence. You know, there's many big fights that we want to see that is happening. And thank God now, Haney and Loma are fighting, and then hopefully we can get more big fights. And if it starts to
if Loma wins,
if this starts a snowball effect, then we can go back and give Garcia his credits for pushing
kicking it off.
pushing this forward. So we'll see. But Tank against Shakur, Tank against Haney. Those are the three best.
I think Tank as a fighter, he puts fair in his opponents.
100%.
But I also think he's not busy. He's not busy enough for me, as in he doesn't try and outland people. He's very calculated in these fights. So if he does go the distance, he might suffer against a Shakur or a Haney because he's going to be reliant on knocking him out.
But you think that's the Mayweather?
Mayweather outlanded guys. Mayweather was always making sure you're aware that I'm here in the ring. He didn't get hit. It was giving you occasional pop you.
Little pop. Yeah, I get that.
I mean, Mayweather, even though he wasn't really, especially in the later years, he wasn't really that busy. But his disparity, you could see he was landing the cleaner punches because his opponents were missing basically everything. And the punches he did, I remember hearing the stat recently, because I watched something with Mayweather on Instagram or something, and they said, he basically landed 51% of his power punches. Mayweather has statistically, Mayweather's the best boxer of all time. I think Mayweather's the best boxer of all time, regardless, but statistically, he's also the best boxer of all time. In terms of, if you look at boxing, if you hit and not get hit, he has the best statistics for that. Gets hit the least and hits the most. Connects, and opponents connect, the biggest disparity out of everybody. And so, that's why, even though Mayweather wasn't that busy, most fighters did tend to outwork because they thought out a way you could beat him. He just landed too many cleaner punches. He was missing. His ring generalship was just that far ahead. And Tank ain't as obviously elite as Mayweather in the defensive part. And offensively, he does land. I don't know his statistics off the top of my head, but offensively, obviously, people think the power shots and the knockouts, they think he's on par. But it's just that defensive part that Mayweather takes away your best weapons. What?
I don't think Tank does that.
Oh, he's done that to Ryan Garcia.
He set traps.
Yeah, but he took away Ryan Garcia's left hook. Obviously, it's a lot easier to forget Ryan Garcia because Ryan Garcia is very predictable.
Because that's all he was going.
That's what he wanted to do. He wanted that to land that.
Yeah, and you can see Ryan Garcia's immaturity because he was saying after the fight, apparently he got bored in the second round, and that's why he decided to go crazy. Which it sounds like
he opened himself up.
Yeah, very immature fight.
Just to throw the plans out the window straight away.
Think about Garcia. He's been a showman, and he had to actually fight a fight where it was I'm going into the trenches, and I'm sure Javante, he's been there, he's done that, he knows what he's